almost in every language, yo. Let me say this kind of art is important because it's the most productive solution for this issue. You might be asking yourself, what's the issue? Well, let me preface it by saying this. It makes us act out in different ways, yo. Remember this dude?
A new view of a violent shootout in a parking lot of a South Florida apartment building. The barrage of bullets sending 2 people to the hospital, and it lands a rapper in jail. 7 Sheldon Fox with the exclusive.
Broad daylight bullets, 2 hit, over $500,000 in exotic cars. All of it on surveillance video obtained exclusively by 7 News from October in ultra-quiet Bay Harbor Islands.
I got that name because I'm fine.
And it involves a recording artist, Pooh Shiesty, except unlike this clip, what happened here was no music video. The footage shows a McLaren sports car, Mercedes Maybach, and another Mercedes pull into this East Bay Harbor Drive condo parking lot. Men from the vehicles eventually get out and meet, and then this. The man in the white shirt has a pistol. The man in the black sweatshirt has a longer gun, and at about the same time, they begin firing before retreating back to the Maybach. The fancy getaway cars speed off, and one of 2 victims then hobbles to the car.
Skyforce 836.
The victims ended up at Aventura Hospital with injuries. But back to the scene for a moment. Police say the famous rapper was in that McLaren.
If I shoot my gun 300 shots.
Police and prosecutors say Pooh Shiesty was part of the group that ended up in this parking lot that October afternoon where the shots flew, and it happened right across the street from the police department and town hall here in Bay Harbor Islands, and days before an arrest.
The town of Bay Harbor Islands says you're wanted for aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
He's also charged with armed robbery. Bay Harbor Police names 1 other for aggravated battery in their affidavit, saying the 2 left the state in a private jet. Police also using these Instagram photos, showing Shiesty with an assault-style rifle and cash as part of their case. They say the shooting came as one of the victims tried selling high-end sneakers and marijuana.
Who, they got the right guy?
Sheldon Fox, 7 News.
Yo, on everything, I got indisputable evidence that they can and have been creating, inducing, if you will, situations like what I mean by that. Give me a psychological profile. Give me some resources and coordination by law enforcement, some predictive policing algorithms, some information sharing, and we can make it act in a similar manner to the way Shiesty acted in that video, or worse, or better. What do I mean by that? Avoid the situation altogether by putting the preventative resources in place. But then again, doing that, there won't be enough ninja lockup, straight up. But you know, I guess that's the question society has to answer as to whether we're at that point where we can make the money in a different way. Because after all, what it comes down to is the money. But no, you just gotta have the appropriate guardrails for the situation as it plays out. And this is at the point where I think it's imperative that we, society, that is, view this new paradigm from a critical lens, and that way society will have the appropriate amount of oversight and accountability mechanisms in place. This is something that we intend to tackle head on with our organization, PreCrime.Institute, which is at the top of the umbrella, as you can see on your screen there. But nah, check this out. We got an issue within the larger issue. There are entities that exist almost at like a shadow level that's simply there to try to get in front of the story and switch the whole thing up before it can permeate the zeitgeist from the grassroots. That way the status quo stay in place. People stay distracted without realizing that it's security theater staging reality, AKA Democrats coordinating the Crashout.
What happened here?
AKA they watching, letting your delusions ride as if it's a good movie. Matter of fact, depending on where you at, the background noise or sonic conditioning ambiance is gonna be set up perfect for you to feel like you Tekashi 6ix9ine, YNW Melly, Kane from Menace to Society when he caught that one fool high-siding, or even that jit from Fresh. But yeah, as with any good movie, everybody waiting for the point of greatest intensity. Anyway, tell the boy Shiesty to sit back and reflect on this moment that we looking at on the screen. What led to him doing his Fed time. If he recalls any weird coincidences leading up to the incident, bruh should have his attorney file some Freedom of Information Act requests related to various agencies that might have been surveilling him. And you know what? Instead of looking at it like a movie, they looked at it like a video game. They say, yo, we gonna move the joystick here by checking out his digital profile, maybe finding out something that he's interested in purchasing at the moment. Say some sneakers, say some bud, you know, he coming down to chill down in South Florida. You know what I mean? Press this button, find out who in his network can supply the needs. Even easier, just get access to his devices by backdooring it. And you in there, just watching everything play out. And if you want to get more interactive, maybe you set up various checkpoint mechanisms within the various apps that are out there. Yo, really doing it like that, you got a video game on your hands. Your own real-life version of GTA, in which you've set up when the climax is likely gonna happen. So you gonna win that game, straight up. You see, when you look at it from a gamification standpoint, it stands to reason, don't it? Yo, let me know if I'm tripping down in the comments below. I welcome all smoke. You dig? But nah, it's obvious this gonna be the new approach. The tech bros, technocratic, billionaire class, they already said they want to gamify everything. So it's really just shining a light on how the ability to gamify life has always been there. Most of us are either too distracted or can't wrap our minds around what having a tremendous amount of resources at your disposal can truly do. Yo, when it comes to law and order, yo, the criminals come and go, but the system that represents order, it evolves, it grows, it becomes more powerful, and uses probability to gain better odds, at the very least, no? That's why, again, what we standing on when it comes to PreCrime.Institute, hip-hop legal, hip-hop lawyers, the professional tester, Point of View Films, Drone Watch TV, is that, yo, crime is dead or is about to die in a little bit. Listen, man, we have a plethora of case studies on deck for us to analyze the concept of coordinating the crash out, including the plight of Pac, Tupac Shakur, and his simulation, if you will. Stay tuned for that. But somebody remind Shiesty that they likely used the club incident, remember?
South Florida Gentlemen's Club, where he's accused of shooting a security guard. That man is now recanting his story and telling investigators he doesn't remember being shot by Williams. But the judge denied bond as police look into why the victim is not cooperating. Also, the U.S. attorney has placed a federal retainer on another pending criminal case involving the rapper,
to expedite the federal crash out. Anyway, I'm just trying to see if any of these dudes have the cojones to approach their situation from a pre-crime standpoint. And yo, if it starts to happen, there will likely be some sort of reflexive response from the criminal justice system as it stands, and also the surveillance state. Hey, we'll see. Yo, we on the front lines, analyzing and bringing back intel. The only thing we asking is to help by being intellectually gangster with the system and using the information we dropping. Just my opinion. What do I know? Anyway, that's what it is, man. Hey, don't let them trick you with that Hollywood shit.
Shut